Yardrat, the story of a survivor, is about Goku's lost year on the titular planet. After his battle with Frieza, Goku is facing an exploding planet Namek and has no means of escape, until he finds a random Saiyan space pod nearby. After punching in the preset coordinates, Goku loses consciousness as the spaceship travels to its intended destination. After simultaneously crash landing and destroying his space pod, Goku plummets to the planet below. To his surprise, Goku then wakes up in an alien hospital with one of the locals greeting him about 4 inches from his face. The local explains that her name is Nori, which is another word for glue, and that Goku is on planet Yardrat. Nori simply enough explains that Goku's presence has startled the entire planet, as they are pacifists and do not wish to fight. Goku explains that that will not be a problem and he only wants to get back home. Nori gives Goku some fresh clothes to wear and bashfully covers their eyes. The Yardratian exclaims that that outfit is quite delightful on you. I think I found my Prince Charming, as diamonds sparkle around them. The alien then pines for Goku to kiss them, and Goku's having none of that. As Goku makes a break for it, Nori teleports to his location and paralyzes them with telekinesis, much similar to Goldo. The Yardratian then kicks Goku right in the face. Lying on the ground, Goku can only laugh and say it looks like Chi-Chi's turned into a Yardrat. Nori then tells Goku, "No matter where you go, I'll find you. You can't hide from me, my love." Just then, another Yardratian appears and tells Nori to leave that stranger alone. Nori tells Goku that she'll see him soon, and then disappears. The new Yardrat apologizes for her attitude, but says Goku must come with him now, teleporting them both to a distant location to meet up with yet another Yardrat, this one appearing to be a warrior of some sort. The Yardrat asks Goku if he is with the Ginyu Force, to which of course Goku declines these accusations. It then dawns on Goku that it must have been one of their ships that he commandeered. Goku further explains that they came to Namek and he defeated them before one of his allies, Vegeta, killed them all. The Yardrat can't believe the Ginyu Force were defeated and asks who Goku is. Goku explains that he's merely a Saiyan from Earth. That's impossible, the Saiyans were destroyed years ago by a meteor strike. And if Goku's alive, that means he must haven't met the tyrant of the universe yet. And Goku remarks, "Oh, you mean Frieza?" Goku then details that it was probably the most difficult battle of his entire life. They destroyed the planet, but he managed to survive. The alien then expresses his gratitude for taking out these threats and then further explains that he is actually from one of Yardrat's cousin planets and his name is Soba. One day, the Ginyu Force landed on Soba's home planet and exterminated the population. Soba fought it with everything he had and was able to even kill one of the members, but the rest overwhelmed him and left him for dead. Soba managed to reach Yardrat in one of the ships they left behind. The Yardrats avoided being exterminated by Frieza's family by offering spacecraft maintenance services. It was a fragile peace at best, but Soba knew that one day, the Yardrat people would once again be in danger, and he had to become stronger to protect them. Soba then thanks Goku on behalf of all the Yardratian people for freeing them. That's when Goku takes the opportunity to ask Soba to teach him that teleportation technique. But alas, only the wisest of their people are allowed to teach teleportation. And so Goku's off to find who he needs to find. After hours of searching for this wise man, Goku decides to take a rest. Meanwhile, in outer space, King Cold sips at his wine as this punk-ass, rat-faced, weasel, punk-ass Yardratian appears. King Cold then asks who he is to disturb him. Yardrat greets the king and apologizes for the intrusion, but he has some very important information to pass along. A few days ago, a stranger crashed on their planet and he appeared to be on a ship belonging to the Ginyu Force. The stranger identified himself as a Saiyan and claimed to have defeated the Ginyus. The pompous king then declares the Ginyu Force would have done well to focus more on their training than indulge in their lust and their dramatic flair. The Yardrat then exclaims the same could also be said for Lord Frieza. "What? Frieza defeated by a lowly Saiyan monkey? Impossible!" The king's wine crashes to the ground as the Yardrat trembles in terror. King Cold vows revenge and then executes the messenger, immediately charting a course for planet Namek. Back on Yardrat, Goku senses out a mysterious key. Believing this could be the wise old man, he decides to try and flush him out. Although a little annoyed, the old man confirms this and tells Goku to follow him. Goku says he has something to take care of really fast and he'll be right back. Having a complete Deadpool moment and breaking the fourth wall, Goku jumps out of the comic strip and yells at the author that he doesn't agree with what he's drawn. He already put a hysterical female Yardratian in the story, and now he has a stupid bandage on his face for some reason. You better fix this stuff or I'm quitting right now. Sobbing, the author says he'll get right on it. Back in the cave, aka the home of the wise old man, he cooks Goku some dinner and remarks that Goku is rather strange. Goku replies that he could say the same thing about the Yardrats, but they have some pretty amazing abilities. Say, why don't you tell me more about him, Grandpa? Grandpa? No, my name is Hushu. The wise old man further explains that he was the one that taught the others those abilities, and without him, the entire planet would have been doomed. He defended the Yardrats against invaders that would come seeking to colonize their planet, or coveted their teleportation techniques. He continued in this manner until the day he met Soba. He felt that he had the makings of a leader, so after a while, he let him take his place. But after the wise old man had found out that Soba had abdicated his responsibilities after facing the Ginyu Force, he felt tremendous shame, believing it had been him that made an error in judgment, after of which he exiled himself to this region. Goku enlightens the old man. Well, at least you don't have to worry about the Ginyu Force anymore. Eternally grateful, the old man asks Goku how he can ever thank him. Well, how about a match? And the old man agrees. He puts up a pretty good fight, even taunting Goku at first. The old man whips out the multiform technique, which forces Goku to do a Kaioken. Then suddenly, the old man grabs his chest and falls to the ground. Goku asks, "What's wrong? Are you okay?" The old man explains that he forced himself a little bit too much, and this has been happening for a few years now. He just needs to go home and rest. A while later, back in outer space. Your Majesty, planet Namek has indeed been totally destroyed. Look, sire, isn't that your son on the screen? King Cold takes a look for himself, and indeed it is Frieza. He orders his men to put Frieza in the ship and get him in a rejuvenation chamber, and then hits King Cold that Yardrat was telling the truth. And he orders his men to send a squadron to the planet Yardrat and have them kill that Saiyan on sight. And if they can't do it, he'll rip the head off that filthy monkey himself. A couple days pass and said squadron lands on planet Yardrat. The old man tells Goku that his people stand no chance against this force, and if that he'll defeat him, he'll teach him the teleportation technique. Amidst destroying a planet, the cavalry comes and tries to stop King Cold's men, who announce their names as Yamori, Shamo, and Shima. The villains further explain that they're the elite special guard of King Cold, and the Emperor of the Universe has ordered them to destroy everything on this planet. Without wasting any time, the special forces kill many of the locals. Enraged, Soba attacks Shamo. The fight rages on for a short while, but Soba stands no chance. Shamo demands to know where the Saiyan is hiding. Soba replies that he has no idea. The special forces don't like this answer, and the beating continues. Right before the special forces execute Soba, our promiscuous little friend teleports him to safety. She goes on to explain that we have come to help you. Wait a minute, we? And sure enough, Goku's already out on the battlefield and vows that they're gonna pay for what they've done to these people. It finally comes full circle that this is the Saiyan that defeated Lord Frieza. Soba dismisses the rest of his allies and says that he and Goku will take it from here. Goku demands to know who sent you to kill me, and the special forces explain King Cold, the father of Frieza. After enough talking, Goku decides more or less to take on all three special force members at the same time, even telling Soba to just step out of the way. While the special force members prove themselves to be even more powerful than the Ginyu Force, they still don't appear to stand a chance against the mighty Super Saiyan. Just then, Yamori transforms into a vile lizard creature. Shamo suggests that maybe they should go help their comrade, but Shima replies this Saiyan is amazing to watch and she just wants to enjoy it. Using a Kaioken Kamehameha combo, Goku completely overpowers the transformed Yamori. That's when Shamo lets out a high-pitched frequency that sends Goku to the ground paralyzed. Despite Goku's pleas, Soba comes to help. Yamori, missing both of his legs from the knee down and his right arm from the elbow down, picks himself up from the rubble. The other two members of the special forces take their advantage over Goku and start beating him while he's still dizzy. Shamo has his boot on the back of Goku's head and is prepared to crush him. Suddenly, Hushu speaks to him telepathically and tells him to think of the innocents that are gonna die if you don't stop these monsters. And Goku's able to deliver a kick to Shamo's chin, sending him flying backwards. Shamo once again tries to incapacitate Goku, but it doesn't work this time. Goku tells him to just stay down, and Shima gets the high ground and says she won't let a filthy Saiyan tell her what to do. She sends an enormous ki blast barreling down to the planet, and Goku has no time to move. At the last minute, he busts out yet another Kaioken and sends the blast flying back up into space, taking Shima with it. However, it appears Shima's part of a race that can survive in space, and Goku can still sense her ki. Shima thinks to herself, what colossal might! This Saiyan is far too powerful for us. If this Saiyan really did manage to beat Lord Frieza, then why would King Cold think we could beat him? Either way, we accomplish our mission or die. Back on Yardrat, Shamo and Goku begin to go at it as Yamori and Soba look on. Soba tells him that if he wishes to fight the Saiyan, he'll have to get past him first. And given his present condition, he doesn't think that'll be a very fair fight. Then Yamori reveals that he only needs a couple more minutes and he'll be able to completely regenerate his lost limbs, in which case Soba will pose no challenge. Soba states that he's ready to give his life to allow Son Goku to destroy him. Yamori takes that as his cue and quickly gets the upper hand on Soba. Thinking to himself, Soba knows he only has one chance to win this battle, and it's with a technique that didn't even work on the Ginyu Force. But it's the only chance he has. 4 copies of himself appear behind him in what appears to be the multi-form technique. And that's the end of part 1 of this series. I think there'll be about 3 parts to this all in all. I haven't read ahead, so this is going to be as much of a surprise for me as it is for you guys if you haven't read it either. This is a very good fan manga. I can't remember exactly where I found it. I'll go ahead and link that below in the description though. I'll find it. If you want more of the series, just let me know in the comments below. And just so you guys know, I am working on the Boxa series again, the What If the Brief family raised Goku. I am currently, I don't know, 2-3 paragraphs into the next episode, but I wanted to do something faster and hence, you know, this series, so I could actually get it done today. It has been an insane day, very productive in terms of studying, writing, and all of that. But in terms of this series right here, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little confused why they hype up the multi-form technique so much, because in the actual series, that move is like almost useless because it cuts everybody's power by how many copies you make. Like in this one, there are 4 copies of them, so it cuts his power by like 20%. Now what I'm thinking the twist is going to be is that it doesn't cut the power and it's legit just like a badass technique or something, but we'll have to find out in the future, or if you guys want to read ahead, you can go find out right now. But you guys take care, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. And remember, hit that like button, that subscribe button, the bell for notifications, and at the very least, do all that stuff for the goats at the beginning of this video. But for real this time, we'll catch you next time.